Good Thursday morning. A new move on Capitol Hill to rein in President Trump in Iran.
What it could mean for where the war goes next. It is June 4th. This is Today. Rare review.
Congress alone declares war.
4 Republicans break from President Trump, joining House Democrats in a vote to block new strikes against Iran, ratcheting up pressure on the White House to end the war. The president now saying that could happen as soon as this weekend. We'll have the very latest. Primary cliffhangers, votes still being counted in those high-stakes elections in California. All eyes on the race for governor and the mayor of Los Angeles. We'll tell you why it's taking so long. Construction controversy. New scrutiny on President Trump's projects to renovate the nation's capital, including changes to the iconic reflecting pool on the National Mall and that massive arch. Critics arguing it would block the view of other landmarks. We'll take a closer look. War of words. Growing turmoil inside 60 Minutes after the firing of Scott Pelley, with new questions now being raised about the future of that show. Could there be another exodus of more high-profile correspondents? All that, plus, still shining.
It was a magical, as they say, lightning in the bottle.
The stars of Friday Night Lights back together again. We're going to take you inside their Texas homecoming, 20 years in the making.
Clear eyes, full hearts.
When they sweat the technique.
And Brunson Burner.
Corner 3 is up. Bang!
The Knicks superstar and leading New York on a thrilling comeback to stun the Spurs at home.
He puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again.
And move one game closer to their first championship in more than 5 decades. Today, Thursday, June 4th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. Thank you so much for starting your Thursday with us. Apologies in advance if I seem a little sleepy this morning.
Well, I mean, the Knicks really came back. You had to stay up late to see what happened.
I fell asleep in the fourth quarter when they were still down. Little did I know when I awakened. It's just to steal game 1 on the road, Savannah Guthrie. We'll have all the highlights.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Feels like it's the Knicks moments. We'll have the highlights live from San Antonio this morning. We're going to begin with 2 major headlines coming out of the war with Iran overnight.
Yes, Congress delivering a rare rebuke to President Trump. 4 Republicans joining Democrats in the House to pass a war powers resolution, which requires the president to seek congressional approval for any further action against Iran in what's considered a largely symbolic move.
In the meantime, Israel is now agreeing to a new ceasefire with Lebanon. That is an act that could pave the way to a peace deal between the U.S. and Iran.
NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel is watching all of it from his post in Tel Aviv for us. Richard, good morning to you.
Good morning, Craig. President Trump insists that negotiations are still progressing and progressing well, and there was some diplomatic progress with Lebanon, although it's not clear it will make any difference on the ground. But this new move from the House and opinion polls suggest that more and more Americans are getting frustrated with this war.
The concurrent resolution is adopted.
There were cheers in the House of Representatives after 4 Republicans joined Democrats to pass a resolution to stop the war on Iran. It's preliminary and non-binding, but a strong rebuke of the war President Trump launched with Israel without congressional approval. A war that continues to escalate, even with a ceasefire in place. A new video overnight shows the moment an Iranian drone hit Kuwait's main airport yesterday, exploding at a terminal, killing 1 and injuring dozens. It was Iran's response to a recent American strike on Iranian territory. President Trump in the Oval yesterday said a deal with Iran could come soon and downplayed Iran's continued control of the Strait of Hormuz, which was open before the war.
The negotiation itself has gone very well, actually. Very well.
Mr. President.
It could happen. I mean, if it happens, and it might not happen, who knows? But if it happens, it could happen like over the weekend.
He said the near daily exchanges of fire between the U.S. and Iran and attacks on American allies in the Gulf are normal.
I'd say in that part of the world, ceasefires when you're shooting in a more moderate manner.
With questions about Israel's next move, Prime Minister Netanyahu acknowledged he recently had a tough phone call with Trump, but says they remain close, while he threatened to resume major combat operations against Iran.
You know, it's the president's decision. Israel is ready and the U.S. forces are ready. I think Iran should take that into account.
But there was one glimmer of diplomatic progress about Lebanon. The Lebanese government and Israel agreed to renew their ceasefire. But the agreement did not include Hezbollah, the group fighting Israel. So it's unclear if the deal will have much impact on the battlefield.
Hezbollah says it will abide by the ceasefire, but reserves the right to attack Israeli forces as long as they are inside Lebanon. And Israel insists that it will keep its forces in southern Lebanon. Craig.
Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, starting us off this morning. Richard, thank you.
Also this morning, primary ballots still being counted in California, including those closely watched races for governor and mayor of Los Angeles. NBC's Liz Kreutz joins us with the very latest on it. Liz, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning to you. So far, only about 55% of all the votes have been counted here in California, meaning it could potentially be days until we get results in many of these tight races. Here in L.A., the county is working around the clock counting ballots. And while Spencer Pratt is currently holding on to a second place finish, experts tell us it is still possible that that could change.
This morning, a major election cliffhanger in California, where several key primary races are still too close to call, including California's race for governor and the closely watched Los Angeles mayoral race, where reality TV star Spencer Pratt is hoping to face off against the city's current Democratic leader, Karen Bass.
I'm going to prove to everybody this is for real, and I'm ready to run the city.
Pratt, a political outsider who decided to run after losing his home in the Palisades fire, is currently in second place, ahead of Democratic City Councilwoman Nithya Raman. But despite predicting he'll advance to the November runoff Tuesday night, California Republican strategist Rob Stutzman says the hundreds of thousands of votes still uncounted could lead to a progressive surge.
I think that is in play significantly, that Raman could overtake Pratt.
If this is a Bass-Pratt runoff, what should we expect?
I think if it's Bass and Pratt, it gets to be an ugly summer. It'll be Pratt summer, if you will.
We're inside LA's ballot processing center. You can see the thousands of ballots that are still being counted here. The state's vote by mail system is why it can take so long for all of the ballots to arrive here, and in tight races then a winner to be announced.
Statewide, it also remains to be seen who will face off in the race to replace Governor Gavin Newsom. Conservative commentator Steve Hilton.
It does look as if change is coming to California.
And former Biden cabinet member Javier Becerra,
November, here we come,
appear to be holding their leads and heading to a Republican-Democrat matchup in this heavily blue state.
We should expect Becerra to be measuring curtains for the governor's office. This is California, after all.
But again, it is not over yet, and many of those are vote-by-mail ballots, which often lean more Democratic. Here in L.A., it could take several more days for the mayor's race to be called. In fact, in the last mayoral race, it took 8 days for the city's leader, Karen Bass, to be announced as the winner. Savannah.
Election night to election week. Liz, thank you very much.
To Washington we go now, and President Trump's push for more projects that would reshape the nation's capital. In the spotlight this morning, his proposed triumphal arch that critics say would block the views of other landmarks, including Arlington National Cemetery. NBC's senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez has more on that. Gabe, good morning.
Of course, was a real estate mogul before entering politics, is visibly lit up recently when talking about some of his projects around D.C. Next up, the iconic reflecting pool on the National Mall and that new arch that could tower over the city.
They just had this done. You're getting a first glimpse. But
President Trump touting the progress on the restoration of the reflecting pool outside the Lincoln Memorial, comparing its size to iconic skyscrapers.
And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be American flag blue. It's the color we picked. And I think it'll be something amazing.
The developer-in-chief trying to make his mark on the nation's capital, from adding his name to the Kennedy Center, which a federal judge blocked, to construction of a new White House ballroom, which faced rare opposition from Senate Republicans over its proposed $1 billion price tag for security upgrades. The administration also renovating the Rose Garden, adding a patio, and cleaning up D.C. fountains.
So we have many monuments and fountains all over Washington, and we're just about completed with all of them.
Today, the National Capital Planning Commission is scheduled to discuss the president's plan for what he calls a triumphal arch. The 250-foot structure would be more than twice as high as the Lincoln Memorial. The president wants it to be bigger than the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. But a veterans group is suing to stop construction, arguing it would block the view of nearby landmarks.
This is a monstrosity that will loom over Arlington Cemetery.
Currently looming over the White House, another massive structure, a makeshift arena towering over the South Lawn for a UFC match on June 14th, the president's birthday, celebrating America's 250th anniversary. The president posting a video highlighting the structure and referencing the building of the Eiffel Tower.
They said, you know, we sort of like it. Let's leave it up a little bit longer. We're building something in front of the White House that's quite attractive to a lot of people. And I'm looking at it, and maybe we'll never, ever take it down.
All right, so Gabe, in addition to the construction projects, the president's also making some changes at the Justice Department, now nominating a new permanent director. Familiar name. What more can you tell us about him?
Yes, Craig. After what amounted to be a 2-month audition, President Trump now says he'll nominate his acting Attorney General, Todd Blanche, for the permanent role. Now, Blanche had previously been the president's personal lawyer and then deputy to Attorney General Pam Bondi, whom the president fired in April. Since then, Blanche has notably investigated several of the president's perceived political enemies, and he faces an uphill confirmation battle in an increasingly skeptical Senate. Craig.
Gabe Gutierrez from the White House for us. Gabe, thank you.
Now to another mid-air scare. This time it involves a JetBlue plane that was trying to land in Fort Lauderdale on Monday. As the JetBlue plane was approaching the airport, it received an onboard alert warning about a nearby aircraft that was not in communications with air traffic control. So take a listen here. The tower and the pilot are working to avoid a potential collision.
That traffic's now descending out of 4,200 feet in terms of... They're turning toward us. 1256, Mad Max there appears to be south. You know, that guy's insane.
Well, that's not technical talk. That guy's insane. Well, the JetBlue plane did land safely, as the other aircraft appears to be owned by a nearby flight school. And now the FAA is investigating.
All right, more to get to here, including last night's thrilling start to the NBA Finals. The Knicks, now just 3 wins away from their first title in 53 years. They stormed back to steal Game 1 from the Spurs. And NBC's Priscilla Thompson is courtside in San Antonio with highlights for Knicks fans, kind of lowlights for Spurs fans, though. Hey, Priscilla.
Yeah, Craig, unfortunately, but I will tell you, last night the energy in these seats was electric as the Knicks and the Spurs hit the hardwood, battling it out shot for shot in a series that is shaping up to be an NBA Finals for the ages.
It's now 12 consecutive wins for the Knicks as they take Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Relishing the role of underdog on basketball's biggest stage, the New York Knicks seizing the moment against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
Back to Brunson. Corner 3 is up. Bang!
New York's all-around attack ignited by superstar Jalen Brunson, shaking off an early apparent leg injury to score 30 points.
Brunson, stutter dribble, drives inside, lands, banks it in.
But the victory was anything but a Lone Star effort.
Bates shoots over Wemby and hits another 3.
With Wemby creating havoc on defense, New York's captain took over.
Spins underneath, puts it up, puts it in.
A raucous crowd filling the seats. Knicks celebrity superfans Spike Lee, Tracy Morgan, Timothy Chalamet, and Ben Stiller making the trip to Texas.
This is an amazing win. I'm so happy we made the last-minute trip here.
Along with hundreds of fellow New York fanatics. While back in Manhattan overnight, the Knicks faithful taking to the streets.
Go Spurs, go!
Hours before Game 1.
Ready for them to win the championship.
Excitement in the Alamo City was sky high.
Today's my birthday, so being able to see the Spurs in the finals in our city, it's a dream.
Not to be outdone, the finals frenzy in the Big Apple, a sold-out watch party inside MSG.
There's so many people just yelling, having fun.
With thousands more cheering the Knicks on outside the world's most famous arena.
It's just the greatest experience.
Now, their beloved team sits 3 victories away from ending a 53-year title drought, and their captain says the job is far from finished.
It's a long journey, but I think there's a lot of things that we can do better.
And guys, as a Texan, I have to point out that Air Corgi, the pup who has gone viral for those NBA predictions, is saying that it's going to be Spurs in 7. But of course, a lot of Knicks fans this morning are saying it's going to be Knicks in 4. So we will have to see. But the next game in this arena happening on Friday.
All right.
Craig, Savannah.
I don't trust that Corgi, Priscilla, but thank you.
It's exciting.
Oh, it is. I mean, can you imagine if the Knicks win the NBA championship? This city,
In New York City?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
All right.
All right, go Knicks.
Okay, let's get to the weather now. First check of the forecast. Dylan's in for Al. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Also bonkers temperatures. We're finally going to warm things up around here, getting back into the 90s. If you've missed that summer heat, we could potentially break or at least tie some records today, especially up across New England. Manchester, New Hampshire could end up coming close to that record high temperature. We're going to see them run about 15 to almost 20 degrees above average. Boston up to 88 today. New York 88. Binghamton, New York 86 degrees. Baltimore closer to 90. Head down into Richmond. It's about 87 degrees tomorrow. And on Saturday, we're going to get even warmer. So if you want to hit the beaches, it's a good time to do it. Baltimore will be in the mid-90s heading through the weekend. Norfolk, Virginia, 92 on Friday, 95 on Saturday. New York gets up into the 90s. Even up into Boston on Saturday looks real nice. Temperature is about 88 degrees. So sunny and warm for the eastern half of the country. Also the western half of the country dealing with lots of sunshine, warm temperatures, above average highs for some. But right, that little line in the middle is where we will have that cold front produce a couple of spotty showers, some storms that could also produce some heavier downpours too. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
Is anything you told me about yourself true?
My name is Mike, and I do play piano.
Oh, prove it.
There isn't a piano here.
That wouldn't stand in the way of a true pianist.
Okay.
You are really good.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. 7:30,
good.
Paul Rudd's guest starring role on Friends way back when. And why are we playing at Carson Daly? Well, 1, because we can.
Yeah.
2, because Paul is going to be here live this morning. And 3, you're talking Friends in Pop Start later.
That's right, we are. We are going to talk to Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow. They're looking back on not just Paul Rudd, who played Mike Hannigan a bunch of times, but a lot of other stars that had cameos, including Jen's ex, Brad Pitt. That's right. So we're going to hear about all that coming up in a little bit.
That's a good conversation. Cool.
All right. Meanwhile, there's growing fallout this morning over the firing of veteran 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley.
His headline-making dismissal sparking now a new back and forth between Pelley and the leadership of CBS News, and it's also raising questions about the future of the legendary program. NBC's Erin McLaughlin is here with the latest on all of this. Erin, good morning.
Guys, good morning. That's right. More drama at the network with Pelley not pulling punches, this time accusing network leadership of not telling the truth. While CBS News editor-in-chief Barry Weiss says Pelley broke the newsroom's foundation of trust and mutual respect. This morning, turmoil at an American institution, with questions over the future of 60 Minutes and larger tension at CBS News. As the war of words continues between veteran correspondent Scott Pelley and CBS News editor-in-chief Barry Weiss. Weiss defending Pelley's abrupt firing in an editorial call yesterday, saying, despite our attempts to engage with Scott Pelley and to find a way back, unfortunately, we weren't able to do so, and so we had to part ways. Adding, we did not want that to happen, but that's the path he chose. Pelley firing back, saying in a statement, no CBS executive at any time suggested a way back. To say so now is disingenuous, and they know it. Despite the tensions at the network last night, CBS Evening News anchor Tony DeCopel, who was appointed by Weiss, reflecting on Pelley's influence.
He believed freedom of the press, to quote Madison, was the right that guaranteed all the others. Scott, from all of us, thank you.
Many of Weiss's changes at the network have been controversial, particularly the overhaul at 60 Minutes. All coming as her boss, tech billionaire David Ellison, whose company Paramount owns CBS, pushes a $110 billion merger with Warner Brothers Discovery, a deal that needs approval from the Trump administration. Former longtime 60 Minutes correspondent Steve Kroft sounding off on the staff changes at the show.
This is journalistic interference. It makes no business sense whatsoever. I think it was a slap in the face to everybody who has worked there over a long period of time.
Pelly writing yesterday that he was stonewalled and shown the door after grilling management about the purge.
3, 2, 1.
Following the network's firings of correspondents Cecilia Vega and Sharon Alfonsi, along with the show's top producers. Alfonsi weighing in online, anyone still wondering whether 60 Minutes is over can stop wondering. All three correspondents pushed out have accused CBS leadership of editorial interference. Allegations the network has previously said are not based in reality. We reached out to CBS News for comment on Pelly's latest statement. They did not respond.
So they're on hiatus right now. The new season starts in the fall, but they usually work all summer prepping. And there's a few correspondents that are left. Are there other changes expected? Do we know anything about their thinking?
I mean, that remains to be seen. It is the big question at this point. There were 7 full-time correspondents, and now there are 3, including Bill Whitaker, Leslie Stahl. They have yet to respond publicly to this shakeup. No word on their plans. Meanwhile, a source with direct knowledge tells us that the remaining staff is left feeling adrift.
I'm sure. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Guys, coming up, something that does impress us much. Wait till we tell you about Shania Twain's plans to bring her story to the big screen. Got it for you coming up in your PSSP.
First, though, the World Cup kicking off exactly 1 week from today. The excitement reaching a fever pitch. And Steph Goss, she's spending some time with the stars of Team USA. Hey, Steph.
Pitch.
Hey, Craig, I obviously got the best assignment of the week. I hung out with the team yesterday, had a chance to talk to some of them. I even got hooked up with this official jersey. I'll have the story coming up.
And we're back with In Depth today, getting you ready for the biggest soccer tournament ever, the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
The action spread out across the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. It kicks off finally 1 week from today, and the U.S. men's national team is hard at work making those final preparations.
Yes, NBC's Stephanie Gosk joins us now from Fayetteville, Georgia, where she caught up with the team. Hey, Steph.
Hey guys, good morning. I'm at the National Training Center for U.S. Soccer. This is a $250 million facility, brand new. The team flew here as soon as the roster was named. I had a chance to talk to some of the players. They grew up dreaming of playing in the World Cup, but they tell me playing in the World Cup in the U.S. is something they could never have even imagined.
Just 1 week to go before the world stops and the soccer begins. Acrobatic goals.
A towering header, a mountainous moment for his nation.
Come from behind wins and nail-biting shootouts.
Argentina, champions of the world.
The World Cup is coming to North America for the first time in more than 30 years. 104 games played in 11 U.S. cities, along with 3 stadiums in Mexico and 2 in Canada, with the final on July 19th to be held at MetLife Stadium. The U.S. team looking to stretch the limits of home field advantage.
Pulisic across goal, and it's knocked in from Dest. 1-0 for the United States.
Kicking things off with a 3-2 friendly match win against Senegal. The stadium packed.
It felt big, it sounded big.
Surprising U.S. team captain Tim Ream, who says the team is just starting to get a sense of how special this moment is.
The biggest single sporting event in the history of sports, which is crazy to think about, and we get to host it and we get to play in it.
Anchoring the midfield, Tyler Adams.
What does success look like for you in this World Cup?
I think we have the belief in our group that anything is possible. I think we want to take it further than any U.S. team ever has.
Not that far from the training center, some of the sport's biggest fans.
Who here is excited for the World Cup?
Yeah! And it's not just the U.S. team they have their eyes on.
I'm really excited because I finally get to see Lamine Yamal play.
She's not the only one talking about Lamine Yamal, the 18-year-old phenom from Spain. There were also more than a few Lionel Messi fans on these fields. This could be his last World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo says it's definitely his.
Here's the big question that I have. Is it soccer or is it football?
It's football.
It's football.
Call it football or call it soccer, billions around the world will be watching. World Cup 2026 is just days away.
The team leaves later today. There's going to be a send-off. There isn't even a flyover that's going to happen. They're flying to Chicago. They have their friendly game against Germany. And then a week from tomorrow, they are in L.A. for their first game of the World Cup against Paraguay. The tickets, guys, are super expensive, between $1,000 and $3,000.
Wow.
Back to you.
That's like Nick's That's like Nick's championship price. Thank you, Steph. Thank you. How cool is that? Like you're playing for Team USA and you're playing at home. I mean, that's just. We should mention, in case you've forgotten, you can catch all 104 matches on our sister network, Telemundo, the Spanish language home of the World Cup, and of course streaming as well on Peacock.
Don't we have the guy that says goal?
Goal!
Oh, yeah, cool. All right, let's get to the weather now, Dylan.
It's the best part.
I know, it is.
Here in the goal. We have a couple of spotty thunderstorms in the forecast. Nothing too widespread, nothing too severe, but still up across Rapid City and to Pierce, South Dakota, we are going to see the chance of wind gusts over 60 miles per hour. That cloud-to-ground lightning, hail could be over 2 inches in diameter. We can't rule out a tornado, so want to focus on that area for this afternoon. Tomorrow, it shifts farther to the east, more like into southeastern Minnesota. Most of Iowa could see wind gusts as high as 75 miles per hour. That could lead to some wind damage. Large hail and a couple of tornadoes are possible. And then going into the weekend, we'll shift that even farther to the east, including Erie and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, down through Columbus, Ohio. Detroit will just be on the northern side of that risk, but still gusts up to 60 miles per hour, some larger hail. And also the tornado risk is low. Can't rule it out, but it is lower as we go into Saturday. And then just some spotty scattered showers and storms heading into the start of the weekend. Otherwise, today looks beautiful. A great start to your Thursday. Clear skies. We are going to warm into the mid to upper 80s today. Some of those severe storms again across the northern plains. Look sunny and hot out in the southwest. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures well above 100 degrees. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast.
By the way, Andres Cantor called. He heard you say goal. He wants you to send him a check.
He wants you to say goal.
Yes.
You owe him $1 million.
Copyrighted.
Okay. All right, let's get to our PSSP. In fact, I'm going to let Shania kick this one off for us.
Let's go, girls.
All right, let's go indeed, because Shania Twain is the latest music superstar to get the biopic treatment. According to Deadline, a big screen adaptation is in the works about the 5-time Grammy winner. The exact details being kept rather under wraps, but with a career that spans 100 million albums sold, multi-genres and platinum hits, there's definitely no shortage of storylines that they can follow. And guys, Shania herself will co-produce the film. So that is happening.
That's one way to make sure everything's accurate.
Yeah.
Co-produce it, right?
Who's going to play Shania?
All right.
Who would you want to play you in the biopic of the Craig Melvin story?
Oh, there'll be no biopic. No.
Well, I just for fun.
I mean, if I had my druthers.
Idris Elba?
I mean, yeah. But I think we know that's.
You got to upgrade.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
Who would play
It's
you?
a fun party game.
This is a fun party game.
I have no idea. I have never thought about it.
I would say Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Wow.
She dyed her hair brown.
Yeah, we'll go with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, became a
How
little.
about you?
Yeah, I like that.
Became a little less healthy.
What about Elizabeth Banks right here?
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah, great sense of humor.
Who would
What
play
about you? Brendan Fraser?
That's good.
Maybe.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Dilly Dilly?
In my mind, I always say Charlize Theron.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what? That's right.
can see that.
I want that for you.
I see Charlize in my mind sometimes,
You gotta
too.
shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Getting hot up in here.
Game's run its course.
Happens to both of us.
The boost will save us. What's up, JB? Who would play you?
You guys, I don't know, and I don't want to see that on the screen. Okay, but could the Knicks be destined to become NBA champions? We're going to show you why they could have a higher power on their side right after this.
I just want to say Brendan Fraser is hot.
I appreciate that. He did star in a movie called The Whale. But I appreciate you think that he should play me in my biopic.
Listen, he was here last week. He's incredibly handsome and fit, and he looks like you.
Pick.
She didn't say from the whale.
I did it.
That's a character.
Correct.
Should we get to the boost? Or
Maybe
go ahead and
we should.
steer
Let's
us?
boost it.
I've never had to do this before, but okay, we may have found who to thank for the Knicks' big win last night. This little New Yorker named Kobe paid a visit to St. Patrick's Cathedral yesterday to literally pray for a victory.
These walls have seen New Yorkers through joy, heartbreak, and fear, so it felt like the right place to bring this dream we carried for 53 years. I'm not here just to ask for a win. I'm here to represent the city because we never gave in.
Whatever it takes to get him to church, right?
Right?
That's cute.
Well, we know God is a Knicks fan.
Well,
do we?
Oh, yeah.
Some people in San Antonio might disagree, but how sweet is it that he found his way
Love that.
and said a little prayer?
I love that. That's his instinct.
Right?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
All right.
All right, guys, still ahead. It's a bird, it's a plane. Nope, it's Supergirl. Coming up on Pop Start, why the newest trailer has fans even more excited for that upcoming movie.
All right, and then we're going to be hitting all the right notes when Paul Rudd stops by. You could be played by Paul Rudd.
And he never ages.
He never ages.
You're walking back
handsome,
so fast.
talented, just like you. He's got a new film. It's called Power Ballad with Nick Jonas. He can sing, he can play, he can do it all. He could be Carson.
I'm gonna be in the whale part too.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, rare rebuke.
The concurrent resolution is adopted.
This morning, 4 Republicans joining Democrats to pass a resolution aimed at ending the war in Iran, breaking from President Trump and escalating pressure on the White House. Where it all goes from here in a live report. Then, remarkable rescue. Inside the moment, a woman was seen running in handcuffs down a road in South Carolina. A truck driver stopping to help her after she says she was kidnapped. The full story just ahead. And choosing Texas.
You better get your head in the game.
The stars of Friday Night Lights together again to celebrate a reunion 2 decades in the making.
It's a true family reunion.
As they team up once again. All that, plus Michael Jackson's major milestone. Friends forever?
When I watch it, I'm just like, oh, I'm fully laughing at my own joke. I know.
And Paul Rudd live in Studio 1X.
How old are you? I don't really believe in age or numbers.
Today, Thursday, June 4th, 2026.
Visiting from Fort Madison, Iowa.
Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, and Hampton, Virginia. Hi, Mom and Dad. Love you, Granny. Celebrating my graduation at the Today Show.
My 9th birthday.
Let's go, Knicks.
I was with my family back in North Carolina.
There's a big potato sister from Alabama State.
Celebrating TV's 80th. Been watching the Today Show since it began in 1952.
And welcome back. Welcome back to Today. Happy birthday, young man. Happy birthday. Happy all the things to folks out there who have assembled on our little, what do you call it, our little corner of the, what do you call this?
I don't know. I think Al calls it our neck of the woods.
No, I thought you were our corner of the universe or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I'll come up with something.
What was something?
We'll
Anyway,
workshop it.
we're glad you're back. We'll get outside in just a moment.
Coming up tomorrow on Today, a very special time capsule that's being assembled in honor of our nation's 250th birthday with some remarkable and historic artifacts being chosen from all across the country to represent the very best of America for future generations. So we will give you an inside look.
That looks really cool. All right, we'll do that tomorrow. Right now, though, let's get to your news at 8. We're going to begin with 2 major headlines. In the war with Iran, 4 Republicans breaking from President Trump, joining House Democrats in a vote to block new strikes against Iran. Largely symbolic, though. Meanwhile, Israel now agreeing to a new ceasefire with Lebanon, a move that could pave the way for a peace deal in that region. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel is in Tel Aviv with the very latest on all of it. Richard, good morning to you once again.
Good morning, Craig. Good to see you again. So President Trump has just responded to this latest resolution by the House to limit his war powers to stop the war in Iran. He called the resolution meaningless and criticized the, quote, Democrats and bad Republicans who passed it, calling them unpatriotic, saying they were trying to deny him a victory just as President Trump is entering into final negotiations with Iran. He also downplayed the now almost daily exchanges of fire between the U.S. and Iran in the Persian Gulf, saying that all ceasefires in the Middle East involve some exchanges of fire. He also downplayed Iran's attack on Kuwait yesterday that damaged the main international airport, saying that Iran's response was, quote, not very strong. And it all comes as the Israeli government and the Lebanese government have agreed to extend their ceasefire, which which sounds like a positive development, but Hezbollah, which is actually doing the fighting against Israeli troops, is not part of the deal. Hezbollah says it will abide by the ceasefire, but only if Israeli troops leave Lebanon. And so far, Israel insists that its troops will stay inside Lebanon. Craig?
Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, for us there in Tel Aviv. Richard, thank you.
We turn now to that closely watched primary out in California. Votes still being counted in both the governor's race and the contest for mayor of Los Angeles. NBC's Liz Kreutz is in L.A. for us, so they're still counting votes. Liz, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning again to you. Yes, they are. A lot of eyes remain as well on this intriguing race here for L.A. mayor, where former reality TV star Spencer Pratt is trying to make it to a runoff against the city's current Democratic leader, Karen Bass. But it is not a done deal yet. Pratt, a registered Republican, remains in second place. But political watchers here in the state tell us it is possible that that could change over the next few days. Many of the thousands of ballots that still need to be counted are the vote by mail ballots. Those often lean Democratic, could lead to a progressive surge. Statewide, the race to replace Governor Gavin Newsom is also still too close to call. Only about 55% of all ballots have been counted so far. For now, though, it does appear that conservative commentator Steve Hilton and former Biden cabinet member Javier Becerra are holding onto their leads, meaning it is shaping up to be a Republican-Democrat matchup. But again, Savannah, it is possible in both of these races it could take days before we actually know the final results.
Liz Kreutz in L.A. Thank you, Liz.
Well, now to a bizarre and frightening incident that was captured on camera in South Carolina. Take a look here. You can see a woman there in handcuffs sprinting down a rural road with a swerving car right behind her. You see it right there. A truck driver says the woman ran up to him pleading for help. She says a man claiming to be a police officer put her in handcuffs and placed her in the back of his car. But when he pulled over, she made a remarkable escape. Police arrested 39-year-old Jonathan Willard. He faces a list of charges, including kidnapping.
Now to some stunning images from space. The sun putting on a spectacular show this week, unleashing 3 powerful solar flares in less than 24 hours. So what does that mean for, well, Earth? 2 things. Okay. Solar flares can impact radio communication and electric power grids, and there were, in fact, reports of multiple radio blackouts across the globe. But on the plus side, it also means we could get some incredible northern lights displays. If you live in the northern half of the country, keep your eyes on the northern horizon for the next 3 nights. And for if you've got a tween who's into tanning, they can check the old UV light. Right, Cars? Yeah. I mean, we know that story.
We got one of those.
Yeah.
Checking that UV right now.
All right, we are back now, coming up on 8:10 with a special reunion as we honor 100 years of NBC.
Well, one of the many beloved shows, of course, that have run under that span. Friday Night Lights, hard to believe, premiered 20 years ago.
Well, NBC's Gotti Schwartz recently caught up with some of our favorite Dylan Panthers to talk about the show's lasting legacy. Gotti, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, Friday Night Lights, emotionally engaging storylines both on and off the field have formed that cult following for the show that is about more than just football. And now 2 decades since first hitting the airwaves, the cast is huddling up again and reminding us that Texas really is forever.
You better get your head in the game. It's been 20 years since we first saw the cast of Friday Night Lights take the field.
I think that everybody loves football.
Now, along with showrunner Jason Katims, the show's stars, including Kyle Chandler and Connie Britton, are back for a high school reunion of sorts. What's that like?
Kind of miserable right now, sitting next to her.
It's a true family reunion. They all sat down with us during the ATX TV Festival last week in Austin, Texas, where the show was honored for its enduring legacy that seems to live on through a simple phrase.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
What does clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose mean to you, Coach?
It means be smart, keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, and you can't lose.
He didn't write his own lines, you see that?
I thought that was a pretty good answer.
The series really centered around the marriage of Coach Eric Taylor and his better half, school counselor Tammy.
Contrary to popular opinion, I'm very good communicating with womenfolk.
Sweetheart, that is ridiculous. We agreed right at the outset. We're like, no matter what, we can't let them make either one of us have an affair. And we wanted it to be about...
And we tried.
They really tried. We pushed right back on it. We wanted it to be about partnership and collaboration and making mistakes, but always going back to each other.
Amy Teagarden played their daughter.
Watching the two of them work together and like really, I don't know, they had this like united front, like a solid actual relationship, and it was really beautiful to watch.
Fans fell in love with the show's authenticity and ability to tackle topics beyond the gridiron.
That's one of the things that really separated, your show from so many others.
Yeah, we never built a set. We'd have camera operators capturing the whole scene at once. So it really, I think, afforded the actors the ability to be in the moment.
That's the brilliance of our writers, is that no subject was off limits for them to explore. They took every situation and presented it, and then allowed characters to fumble their way through difficult situations consistently.
We all were given such a sense of ownership of the show. We all felt this sense like this character is ours, and it is a privilege for us to be able to create it. But we didn't just feel that way. Everybody felt like they were part of something that they believed in.
It was one organism from the very bottom of the call list to the very top of the call list. It was one organism that worked together. It was a magical, as they say, lightning in the bottle.
It also launched the careers of young stars like Taylor Kitsch, Minka Kelly, Michael B. Jordan, and Jesse Plemons.
In my life and career, there's like a before Friday Night Lights and an after. I'd always loved acting, but it was like walking into a completely different realm. It completely changed what I thought was possible about acting, and I think it's kind of something I've been chasing ever since.
Still, amid modest ratings in the first 2 seasons, the lights were almost turned off on FNL.
I know some of the fans have played a big role in some campaigns.
Let's keep the lights on. They sent eco-friendly light bulbs and
footballs to the studio.
And footballs to the studio.
The fans are the reason that we're here. And honestly, and the fact that we still keep getting fans who are seeing it for the first time, it feels like it's never stopped.
And now, even after all these years, the big football family's bond lives on.
It's been a huge blessing. There's some jobs that you show up and you do the job, and then there's some jobs you show up and it's a family. And this, to me, has been like one of the best families that I've ever had in TV.
It's just such an honor that I got to be Grandma Saracen, because it was just the role of a lifetime for me. I don't know what to say except you all. I really love you, and I think I don't feel weird about seeing you all because it's like I've just been with you. I don't know what I'd do without you. I don't know.
I know you guys have said this a million times, but Coach, if you don't mind, can you cue us up with just the first 2?
Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose. And you might have heard the rumors of that Friday Night Lights reboot. Well, we could tell you that show is still in development, but they were pretty tight-lipped on whether the original cast would be returning. In the meantime, there is a Friday Night Lights documentary in the making, so there are plenty of projects in the works if you need your football fix, guys.
Oh,
love that.
We needed that.
Good to see everybody again.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I love they were game to do the chant.
Yeah. By the way, like for a kid like me who grew up in one of those communities where like Friday night football was religion, and the large swath of the South especially, that show perfectly captured.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Perfectly captured what it was like. So.
Yeah, I had a good buddy play in California, but he moved to Irving, Texas, and I remember visiting him in Irving and MacArthur High School, and it was literally Friday Night Lights come to life. And so when the series came out, like you, it's like, wow, it's
and
so
those
cool.
stadiums are amazing, right?
yes.
They're
The town
like pro
shut down.
stadiums,
Everybody closes up.
Yeah.
Every Friday night.
All right, let's get to Pop Star. Are we in? Here we go. Michael Jackson's going to lead us off. The singer, believe it or not, a new entry for Michael Jackson on the Billboard Hot 100 this week.
She said she didn't have no man, but paid to give the very best she can. She told me she was all alone. Said I don't, she didn't have no one.
Well, this one was interesting. I'll tell you why, Chanel. Because that song, by the way, if you don't know, is called Chicago. It was off his album that came out posthumously, Escape, in 2014. It currently sits at number 30 on the current chart. It makes Jackson the first artist ever to debut new entries on the Hot 100 every single decade since the 70s, which is unbelievable. Chicago, if you're wondering, is not in that Michael biopic. That's not why it's charting. It's because of the resurgence thanks to TikTok, racking up almost 11 million streams last week.
Why is Chicago so big on TikTok?
I don't know.
Is there like a dance?
But when
There's something.
I don't know.
Great try.
Everyone has a lot of questions.
Yes,
for
we
you.
do.
Well, to answer the algorithm of TikTok would take when something goes, though, it just goes.
Keeps going.
Yeah. Next up, we're talking documentaries. I got 2 to tell you about. The trailers dropped yesterday. The first one is all about rock legend Peter Frampton, celebrating the 50th anniversary of his Frampton Comes Alive record.
Oh, love it.
Frampton Comes Alive.
It's really hard to quantify how massive that record was.
That's the definition of what a live recording, a live show should sound like.
This is the peak of rock, right here.
I think that album really showed off his guitar playing.
It left all of us kind of flat-jawed and like, wow.
You don't realize what the onslaught is like until you're #1 in the world.
I love the female Frampton fanaticism over here. That was good. I didn't expect that. Big fan.
Every day.
Okay. Frampton premieres at the Tribeca Festival tonight.
Keep going.
Another, I'm going to keep piling through here. Another great doc I want to tell you about. Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert's old school tennis rivalry. The two reunite to look back on that competition and how it shaped their lives.
In the beginning, it was fine for me to be friends with her because I was better than her.
That hurt. I knew that I needed to be more of a killer instinct.
It was the lowest of lows in our relationship.
Chris was the enemy, and she's the one that I had to beat to get to #1.
Oh, that's going to be good. Good old rivalry there. Chris and Martina.
And now they're
the final
besties.
set will stream on Netflix.
Yes.
And Jen and Chanel, you guys are going to chat with them next week, which is awesome.
I'm so can I come?
I was just about to say, come over.
Well, they're my idols, and it's an incredible story because not only they were tennis rivals, but then they became dear friends, and they both had cancer battles and were there for each other. And it's a beautiful story of friendship.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, swing by.
Okay.
Take your racket.
I will.
We can play.
Next up is Friends, guys. Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow reunited for Variety's Actors on Actors series, and during that chat, they reflected on the biggest stars that stopped by Friends and their struggles they faced adjusting to that.
Did you like the Thanksgiving episodes? Those were fun.
Those were great. Thanksgiving episodes when Brad was on, that was hilarious.
That was hilarious. The movie stars that came on Friends.
I know.
Brad, Bruce Willis, Julia Roberts.
Yes.
I'm thinking these are movie stars that are coming into our sitcom.
Yeah.
And they would be so nervous. And I was really, I was so surprised by that.
Me too.
Because the audience, they were afraid of the audience.
Well, because what's the tone?
Right.
It's not theater. It's for TV.
Yeah.
It's not a movie. What the hell is this?
What is this?
And it's a good
Oh, it's chit chat going on there on
Yeah,
the
I
podcast.
remember
Jen and Lisa also went on to say they'd be interested, even now, in doing another multicam show starring them and Courtney Cox. Don't say that too loud, or
Seriously.
that'll happen. Hopefully here. Next up, Supergirl. After a surprise appearance in last year's Superman movie, Supergirl is gearing up for her own adventure. The new film is all about Kal-El's cousin Kara embarking on an interstellar journey to save her pup, Crypto.
Well done.
Is that English?
The thing. My cousin and I have very different ideas about what it means to be a hero. He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
I know it's pretty colorful, but that's just so everyone knows we're good.
That's going to make a bump
For that. Supergirl lands in theaters on the 26th. Ahead of that, we'll be sitting down with Supergirl herself, Millie Alcock. That'll be right here in Studio 1A. Looking forward to it. Let's move on to Role Model now. The musician gearing up to release his third album, Chuck Timely and the Hourglass. And this morning, we're getting the first taste of what's to come. Role Model dropping a new song and video. This is called High Hopes 3000. Take a look.
It's a little late though.
No, I think that could be contestant for, we're talking about Summer Jam 20, so that could be in there.
It's got like
Yeah. Song's got some tempo.
I think it's a little late.
Full album's arriving on August 7th, by the way. Again, those Role Model.
Oh, maybe with the song comes out now.
Yeah, the song's out now, yeah. Finally, earlier, we were dreaming up who could play us in our own biopics.
Oh, come on.
And our Today Crack team has mocked up some photos to show the evidence, stack up some of our ideas. So first we suggested that who would play Savannah in the biopic? Gwyneth Paltrow.
In my dreams.
Hello, perfect. Craig, we said Idris Elba, which is so flattering and also so true.
There's no resemblance.
Look at that.
There's no resemblance.
All right, Dylan, Charlize Theron.
I know, I like that, Dills. I like
This is Hollywood. So far, this is going amazing. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Another perfect one when we suggested
Look at that face.
who would play me in my biopic. Savannah suggested the star of the movie Whale.
Oh, there you go.
So cute.
Yes.
That is Brendan Fraser.
you.
Look at that.
Wait, the blue
Go
eyes.
like this. Thank
Look
you.
at the blue eyes.
That's
Control
beautiful.
room. Pretty much
It wasn't lost on any of us that he was the star of the movie called Whale.
That is-
which, good for you. I'm
She
not
was thinking
that
Encino
insecure.
Man.
I thought Encino Man, Brendan Fraser's so cute. He was here last week.
Yeah.
He was skipping. There was
He's
no
cute.
trace of the
Bright
whale.
blue eyes.
And you have been harassing me for 45 minutes.
But he was really good
starred
at
in a movie
Whale.
called
She showed
The
you
Whale.
the other
And you
I can't with you.
And it was the first.
No.
That was a
character.
Hey, you know this saying, you can't go back and make a first impression
Yeah.
sort of thing? When I said who should play Carson in the movie, you said, oh, the guy who starred in The Whale.
I did
Brendan
not
Fraser.
say that.
That's
I
what you said.
hot Brendan Fraser.
See? The hot one.
Looks
Hot.
like you.
You know who else?
Pretty sure that's
You know
what you said.
I cannot with you. I have presented the evidence.
You know who else can play him?
Who?
Who's very handsome?
Who?
Paul Rudd.
Actually, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Now we're
Can
getting
we split
into
screen, Paul?
I mean, look at that.
I should be so
Look at
lucky.
that head of hair.
I should be so lucky.
Look at that full screen of handsome.
I'd be honored to have Paul or
Look at
Brendan.
that. Oh, that's beautiful.
Where does it film?
This is like a before and after Ozempic ad. That's what this is.
Paul, what do you know about the
Guess who's
Tara
the
Reid
before?
years?
Oh,
There's the biopic of Carson's life. We got some Tara Reid up in here.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Back after local news and weather.
What cologne you gonna go with? London Gentleman or wait? No, hold on. Blackbeard's Delight.
No. She gets a special cologne. It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries. Yep. It's made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
It's quite pungent.
I can't. I'm sorry. I just, I have to play it every time. Anchorman,
Works for me.
one of my favorite movies, one of Paul Rudd's many unforgettable roles. He's back at it. Well, not with that, but he's got a new movie. It's called Power Ballad. Paul stars as a past his prime wedding singer. That's kind of mean. I think you're a great wedding singer. He bonds with the former boy band star who's played by Nick Jonas. Well, a late night jam session ends up producing a hit that both men want to call their own. Take a look.
See the world through a TV. And nothing ever worked, it is easy. You're never gonna fall if you don't look down. Don't look down.
Love that.
That is it.
Don't look down.
Can I have that?
Look, all I did was just throw in a little paprika, a little spice on top.
Paul, good morning. Good
morning.
I saw the movie. It is charming and heartwarming and thought-provoking and fun and funny. Like, in other words, it's you. And I think most of America is going to say the same thing at the same time when they see it. I didn't know Paul Rudd could sing like that.
Well, I'm not really a singer. I was, I think I was hoping maybe some of Nick Jonas would be able to overcompensate and,
But you
be in
hold-
his presence maybe by osmosis.
I mean, Nick Jonas is Nick Jonas. We'll talk about him in a moment. But you really, you hold your own in there. And I heard you had to learn to play guitar as well.
Well, I've been playing guitar for a long time, but I've been playing guitar poorly for a long time.
Like GCD strummer?
Like a little finger picking and chords and stuff like that, but I'm not the kind of guitarist that, people are like, oh man, I really miss listening to Paul play guitar. No one's ever said that ever.
That they're not like at your house late at night, like, Paul,
Come on,
guitar
pick up
out.
the axe, bro.
Let's hear it.
No.
Okay, so you got better. You leveled up.
Well, I don't know. I like to play. I keep it around, but yeah, I tried to get a little bit more proficient, but and same with the singing. But sometimes the schedule does not allow for people like, oh, did you take vocal lessons for 6 months? I'm like, no, this thing came about quickly.
You're like, no, we shot it in 5 days.
Yeah. Well, it's like you have to be in Ireland in 3 weeks, and that kind of happens.
Of course, Nick Jonas. He's really, we know he can sing.
Yeah.
And I think America's next going to say, I didn't know Nick Jonas can act. Like, I mean, both
Boy,
of you
sure
are
can.
you're like switching roles and
Yeah.
both pulling it off.
Yeah, it's like that. What is that movie? There's the Face
Parent
Off
Trap?
or
Oh, Face Off.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We've swapped bodies.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, no, Face Off was that was Travolta and it's the John Woo. Is that what that is?
Oh, Nick Cage. Which
Nick Cage,
it was
Nick
like
Jonas.
a preposterous premise, but
Right.
and yet you
Where they
believed
s-
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of an amazing premise.
It really was.
Yeah.
But we digress.
We could talk about that movie.
I know. No, we can, but let's talk about Power Ballad because it's a great movie. It also, we talked about Nick. He's a great singer, acts really well in it.
Yeah.
And when you started this project, you didn't know that Nick Jonas would be attached to it, right?
No, he came on after me, and then when I talked to the director John Carney, who, by the way, if anyone is familiar with John Carney's films, then they know it is, it gets you right in the feels. He's amazing, and but he told me, Nick Jonas is interested, and I was like, oh my gosh, well, that would be amazing.
John Carney, is he Irish?
He's Irish.
Okay, because I also thought this takes place essentially mostly in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
All of the actors are Irish except for you and Nick.
Yeah.
It's like two American guys like horned on into this Ireland situation.
And Jack Rayner, who's playing an American, who is Irish. There's this movie called Sing Street. John Carney also directed that. It's a great movie. Everyone should check that out. But Jack Rayner, he's in a few of John's films. He's in this one as well, playing an American.
Well, I said that people are going to be surprised at how well you sing. I knew you had sung before in movies. I didn't know you had sung a billion times in movies, and I've created a montage.
Oh, really?
To relive. Yes, let's roll it.
Okay.
This one wants to buy his targets.
There we go.
If your game is on, give me a call, boo. Rubbing sticks and stones together make a sparks ignite, and the thought of loving you is getting so exciting.
Slapping the bass, man.
There you go.
Slapping that bass, man.
I mean, maybe the last one wasn't so much singing.
That was more slapping.
Do you have an inner rock star that you're channeling here?
I don't. I want to be since I was little, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the dream. It was never. It's fun to kind of pretend.
Yeah.
In those ones, it was a little easier because they're all ridiculous.
Yes.
And when you're singing and it's silly, you're given a wide berth.
Yeah.
To be terrible. And this one, the berth wasn't so wide.
But I happen to know that you love karaoke.
You do know this.
And are quite good at it. I do know this.
I know that. I mean, I know you're no slouch.
So what is your favorite, do you have a go-to karaoke song? I know you like to mix it up.
Yeah.
You're crazy that way.
Yeah, just like, I like to do songs I've never done before.
Oh, is there one on your bucket list, like a song of summer? Maybe like Choosing Texas or...
Oh, I like country songs.
I know.
I do like going country. The country songs are really fun to sing in karaoke because a lot of them are good story songs.
Yes, and so then you can bring the acting into it.
Yeah. I've done Turtles All the Way Down by Sturgill Simpson many times. That's a great song.
Oh my God, okay. That'll really set a mood.
It does set a mood.
Yes, it does. You also have a Spotify page now. I just wanted you to know. There's a Paul Rudd's. Yes, I have pictures. See, I did my research.
More than me.
13,000. But here's the thing. It has all the power ballad songs, which, by the way, the song that's at the center of power ballad is quite catchy. It's a good song.
That's an earworm.
That would be a good one we could do on karaoke.
Maybe it'll be on karaoke.
But there's also DJ Paul Rudd.
Well, this is what I thought you meant. There's a DJ in England, English DJ named DJ Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
This guy's been around for a while, and I always thought, oh, he must be so annoyed with me. And now, especially, because he's the real deal.
I know, but now he's happy because you've got him 13,000 listeners. So he's about to have a moment.
He might be just like, oh, God, enough. When can I shake this?
Like this Paul Rudd business.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Always a pleasure.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. And he's going to be back with Jenna and Chanel. Be sure to check out Power Ballad in theaters tomorrow.
And welcome back this morning on Today's Consumer. The rise of all-inclusive travel with airfare, hotel stays, and dining out all more expensive this year. More vacationers are looking to bundle costs and get transparent pricing up front. So here with more on how the trend could save you some money on your next trip, NBC's Chief Consumer Investigative Correspondent, Vicky Nguyen. Vic, we were just talking. Back in my 20s, I did an all-inclusive it wasn't good. It was.
Things have changed, Craig. Things have changed.
Do we know why and where?
Couple of things. Well, why all people are all in on all-inclusives is the affordability. It is such a set it and forget it type of vacation, right? Because you don't have to worry about your meals or your activities. It's all planned. You know the pricing up front for the most part. And we're seeing searches on hotels.com up 70% compared to this time last year for the all-inclusive. The Hyatt earlier this year said they were at 84% capacity in their all-inclusive resorts. And Expedia is telling us where people are searching. They're seeing people are interested in going to St. Martin, Dominican Republic, Barbados. I mean, 35 to 60% searches because this is affordability, top of mind for everybody. They want a vacation where they feel like they're going to be taken care of, but it's not going to cost a gazillion dollars.
So is it mainly families or is it?
It's for everyone. And there are a lot of options. It's gone really beyond sort of the basics of, you know, just the dinner buffet and the hotel room like you were talking about. There are family all-inclusives. There are couples getaways. Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, all the major chains really leaning into their investments. The first ever W Hotel opened in Punta Cana last year. That's the Dominican Republic. And then this fall, the JW Marriott is going to open an all-inclusive that has 44,000 square feet of pool, spa, a wellness center, 11 restaurants on site. So this is not the all-inclusive of your 20s.
Right.
And if you want to go to Vegas,
that looks nice.
It looks absolutely stunning, right? And then you pay one price, you're good to go. You don't have to carry cash around the whole time and wonder how much this meal is going to cost, how much is that drink. But I will say, in Vegas, there is a package. I don't know if there's a better deal out there right now. $350 for 2 people for 2 nights. You can stay in the Excalibur or the Luxor, slightly older hotels, but then your meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, going to be covered, including non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages.
Wow.
And you get 2 tickets to a show, and you get 2 tickets to ride the roller coaster at the top of New York, New York. This is $330. I'm sorry, $330. I think I said $350 for both people. That's it.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. And then if you can find the airfare, you're good.
So if you're looking to book one of these all-inclusives right now, maybe not Vegas, maybe someplace else, what are some things folks should probably keep in mind?
So we talked with travel expert Mark Elwood, and he says you definitely want to read the terms of the all-inclusive, know what is included and what isn't. And sometimes the premium alcohol might be excluded, or the motorized water sports or anything that you do off-site that is an excursion, that might not be a deal. But look for those deals where kids stay free. You were talking about families. Sometimes when the adult is paying, then the kids' accommodations and that all their meals, all of that is covered. Certain times of the year might be more amenable to that too. And then ultimately bundling with the flights and the hotel. Expedia says if you do that, some of the packages you'll save $2,000 or more. And don't sleep on Costco. We did a Costco trip. Not only do you get the flights, the hotels, all in one, very easy, one click. You also get the transfer from the airport to the hotel. And sometimes there are resort credits. They'll also give you a shopping card that you can use at Costco. So all in, the price goes way down. And earlier, Fora Travel actually told Bloomberg for European destinations, they compared all-inclusive resorts to beach resorts where you pay a la carte for the hotel and the meals. People were saving on average this year $250 per night in places like Nice, France, or Santorini, Greece. So over the course of a week, that's $1,000 that you're saving.
Vicky Nguyen, always saving us a buck. Thank you, Vic. Thank you.
Let's get away.
We got a lot to get to here, guys. This morning on Today Food, we're firing up the grill with James Beard Award winner Noah Galutin. He is the creator of Don't Panic Pantry and no stranger to appeasing the toughest of food critics. That would be his wife, actress, comedian, our friend here, Eliza Schlesinger. Noah's new cookbook is called Grill Time, Why You Should Be Grilling for Better, Healthier, Easier, and More Delicious Meals. Chef, good to see you. We've discovered that Noah and I are from the same town. We went to the same elementary school. We went to Franklin. Then we went to Lincoln. This is in Santa Monica, California, where we're both from. We've had the same exact childhood.
We ended up in the same place.
We went to Santa Monica High School together. We know all the same restaurants. This is actually a meal that you're making inspired by one of our favorite places growing up.
Yeah, rest in peace, All-American Burger.
Yeah. So what was the inspiration here? And let's just get cooking.
So it's just like a classic greasy spoon steak sandwich. So
why didn't you eat the burger at All-American Burger?
Because I was a kid. I didn't know if I liked burgers yet. I was like, for whatever reason, I wasn't a burger kid, but I loved the steak sandwich.
I didn't even know they had a steak sandwich on the menu there.
Well, now you get the better version of it.
Beautiful.
So we're throwing some herbs, some garlic, some red wine vinegar, and we're making basically a chimichurri mayonnaise.
Okay.
So it's going to just get all this flavor into our food so fast. Look at this, just a quick blend. That's it, easy. One blender and you're done.
So that's the spread.
That's the spread.
Got it.
And so then we got some tomatoes and onions here just to get a little bit of flavor on them. It's going to hit them with some salt, a little olive oil, a little pepper, just to kind of wilt that raw onion flavor out of there. And just give that a quick little toss. Get some for the table, too.
Beautiful.
Let the birds eat later.
Yep.
And just give that a quick little toss. And then one of the things to me about a steak sandwich is people, if you don't pound it out like a nice sirloin like this, you're not going to be able to bite through it.
Right.
That's what I want
Just
in a
the
sandwich.
chunks will come out. So go ahead and get it.
Yeah. You're just kind of pounding that through like that. So make it really tender and thin. It'll cook beautifully. But, we'll keep moving because we're, we're cooking on TV. And then, essentially, look, we got a beautiful steak sandwich.
So you got some bread, and you grilled the bread to get a little crunch on it. And
Yeah, and get some of that mayo on there. Do a little bit more now just to kind of flavor it up.
Yep.
And then
we've got our eaters over there. Gang, what do you think about the
I love that sauce.
steak sandwich?
That sauce is
Delicious. Yeah.
gorgeous thing.
Very zesty.
Putting you to work here.
I know. Well, I started in a movie called The Whale, so I know
Oh,
something about
I
this.
can't.
All right, what else? So here it is. This
You just got this, and it's got some steak here. It's all ready to go. You just basically throw a little
That's the
oil
pounded
in.
steak.
Yeah, little
That's going
salt
to cook
and
pretty
pepper.
quick, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, it's
maybe
like
2
minutes per
aside.
side. Yeah, exactly. And then for me, a lot of this stuff, I found that since I had kids, I grill more. So for me, like I find that. I actually write a lot about how to feed my kids. I'm a professional chef. People pay me to do this for a living. And now the battle of feeding a 2- and a 4-year-old. So I've got a newsletter called I'm Legally Required to Feed You about how I feed my kids.
By the way, I'm going to subscribe to that newsletter because we have young kids and it's impossible to get them to eat anything other than mac and cheese and french fries.
The pain of getting rejected by a 2-year-old, it's like, it makes you question all of your self-worth.
We have a house filled with food and our kids want none of it.
Yeah.
Apparently this place called DoorDash has everything that they want and we have nothing.
And if you shout at your kids, I have a James Beard Award, they don't care.
No, they don't even know
They
what that
care.
is. All right, so we have about a minute and a half to get to your corn.
Let's do it.
What is this, miso?
Miso butter. It's not simple, just softened butter, miso, chives, this little
Let's do
togarashi.
this.
It's like a Japanese 7-spice.
Okay.
And you just mix it all together, and basically miso and butter together is just delicious. And you mix that together, and it'll look like that.
And then you put the spread on, chef, and then grill it, or do you grill it first?
Yeah, so you just grill the corn, get this ready, bring this to a party.
Okay.
Grill your corn, throw it right on there. Look at that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So
And then just roll it through.
Yeah.
Beautiful corn. This beautiful miso butter. Throw a little lime on there.
Do your kids like the miso butter? Is this a hit?
Yeah, this one's a hit.
Oh, well, I'll have to
I mean, the
steal this
truth is,
recipe.
it was a hit last week, so who knows next
Yeah,
week.
right. You never know.
Yeah, get in there.
I love that. How's Eliza doing?
Is this mine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done, chef. Well done.
Really good. Yeah.
Well done.
Good?
I love the miso butter.
Look at that.
Loved
See you
it.
guys over there.
Wow.
I
Just
know.
lost in
We've been
Carson's
eating.
eyes.
I know. We often are lost in his eyes.
Because he's so
Because he's so handsome.
Never had a bite of corn like that. It's too late. You can't come back from it. But thanks for trying. Say hi to Eliza for us,
Oh, I
please.
will.
Thank you. Newsletter, cookbook. You're in Buffalo tonight. I mean, you're a busy chef.
Having fun out there.
Awesome.
Having fun.
This recipe and, of course, all of them today.com/food. We are back with our 3rd and 4th hours, including a visit from Kira Sedgwick. We'll look forward to that. But first, quick check your local news, weather, and these messages. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.